So, hi everybody, happy Thursday. I thought I'd post an extra video today because I had a hell of a week. Earlier this week, I found out that one of my videos from September of 2019 was posted on someone else's website. So, I had been getting like general, what I like to call spam mail from just random emails that I get sometimes from companies saying, "Oh, we'll help you speed up your SEO, or we'll help you, with your website, yakety yakety," right? So I had seen one a few weeks ago, and it kept listing something saying directship.com, and that my video wasn't optimized or something like that. For people that do blogs, you know what I'm talking about. For the rest of you, basically, it's just that it would rank higher in a search like Google or any type of search engine. So I kind of disregarded that until like Monday or Tuesday, and I clicked on the actual, or I searched for the link, and lo and behold, I found my video on that link. It was linked to another website called WN.com, and from what I could see, and I'll show you guys shortly, it seems to be like some sort of like a news aggregator website. So basically, what I figured out is that they must do some sort of like keyword searches through YouTube, and they must have some sort of like an aggregator or some sort of like self curation for video collection. And the thing I thought was creepy is that their website allows you to download their video playlists. So my video and another lady's video and some other videos about ships that were there too could have been taken and used for God knows what all purpose. The video in question, I'll show you guys right now, was about direct shipped items. It was just basically me talking like I'm talking right now about direct shipped items. And if I'm not mistaken, that was the one where I mentioned that I was actually getting items directly from China. And I showed you guys that envelope that had Chinese stamps on it. So it's strange. So I'm going to walk you guys through the steps on what you can do to have your videos removed if people are using them without your permission. You can also report things through YouTube, but I learned this morning because I was trying to figure this out. I learned it this morning that it has to be a YouTube video. So say, for instance, somebody takes a portion of your YouTube video where you're talking about cats or something as an example, and they splice it into their video, and then they go on and talk about whatever else they're going to talk about. You can actually report that channel for using your content without your permission. They also have other things like copyright infringements and stuff like that. I wanted to report this WN.com website through YouTube, but it has to be YouTube. From what I understood, to make it simple, it has to be YouTube to YouTube. So basically, you have to say, okay, this person took my pictures and, my page description or whatever. You can report stuff like that. Or again, like I said, if somebody uses practically it uses your video content without your knowledge, you can report that too. So I'll walk you through that right now in a few seconds. But I wanted to tell you guys what you guys can do first if you do have an issue with somebody taking your YouTube video and putting it on their page without your permission. And here's a side note too. This company is awfully snarky. I was quite mad when I got an email back from them. The person basically blamed me for allowing the video to be embedded. And for those of you who aren't familiar with what an embedded video is, I'll show you that in a few minutes too. So basically, an embedded video is like when you go to any type of website, and let's say, like for food or a restaurant or something. So sometimes they'll have little video clips in between whatever the article is. That's embedding. So if I was to turn that off, I wouldn't be able to post my videos that I created onto my own personal website because they're not allowed. It doesn't show the video, it just automatically turns it into the YouTube link. And I don't like that. So the company thought that the company basically was mad at me because I wrote to them and I asked them to remove my own content, which had little old me in it. So it wasn't like I was promoting anything, but you never know what they're going to do with these videos. If they're going to take them and cut them up and say, oh, I used, XYZ and it was fantastic. So I'm still kind of mad about it. And I know with everything that's happening right now with coronavirus and everything that this seems petty, but it's still something that everyone that's a content creator, either you do a blog or you do any type of content creation, you need to know that you have a legal right to say, hey, you took my stuff without my permission. I want it to be removed, and these are the things you can do. So let's walk through all these steps real quick. So I will be right back. So as I mentioned, I want to show you guys what an embedded video is, and this is what an embedded video is. So this is, we're at my website, reviewsandsavingspal.com, and this actually was the video that was on the wn.com website. And again, it was just a basic direct ship video where I talked to you guys about how you can find direct shipped items and how I was getting items from China and stuff like that. So this was just to show you what an embedded video is. So when you turn off the embedding, basically you would get like what this Amazon URL is. It's just a basically URL with no video. Your video wouldn't play. This was the website that I mentioned. And as you can see, basically it's like a news site, and they have all these aggregated videos from YouTube. And this is the thing that I think is kind of strange, and that's what I think it is that they must do some sort of curation, keyword curation, where it just plucks every video that it can find on different topics. And they just automatically create playlists. And as I said, it's kind of creepy because you can actually download particular playlists. So let's look at one of these things real quick. Like, we'll search climate change, and it'll bring up the videos, and up here they have a little cog and it says save playlist. So you can actually save these playlists, or you can download them too. So it's kind of creepy. You don't know who's going to get a hold of your content or what they're going to do with it. So I ended up going down to their contact us page, and I contacted them. So basically, you fill out the form. You can ask politely that they please remove your content, and that's basically what I did. And I told them that my content was on whatever page it was on, and extended them the URL. As I said, the customer service representative was quite rude when they wrote back to me. Basically, they were upset because they had to remove the content, and they basically wanted to blame me for everything. So I wanted to show you guys what you guys can do if you can't contact them. So there is a website called Whois, and I've added everything in the description below. So you can actually put in the website name or the URL and then search it. And you can find the whoever their host is, and you can actually go ahead and send them an email. Like for me, I'm under Bluehost, so you can actually send them an email and say, I'd like this content to be removed. So if that doesn't work, you can always do legal action. Legal action, however, you will have to look that up on your own. They do have resources that you can find online. And they do have like third-party sources that you can use. I don't know what the fees are, or if there are any fees. Again, you'd have to look that up yourself. So is the example of YouTube to YouTube. Let me show you how to report a video. So I pulled up my direct ship item video. So what you do basically is you would click the 3 dots next to save. A drop-down list comes up, and then you'd click report. And then you can go ahead and click whatever your issue is. So they have like sexual content, violent and repulsive content, hate and abuse content, harmful, dangerous acts, child abuse, promoting terrorism, spam, or misleading content infringes my rights, and captions issues. So each one has a little question mark. So my thing would have been, if somebody's using your content, you would probably more than likely do an infringes my rights. and it tells you that it's a copyright, privacy, or other legal complaint. So let's click that one. And then you go ahead and you choose a drop down list of which one it is. If it infringes your rights, it invades your privacy, or it's an other legal claim. So we'll just do other to see what it says. And then you click next. And then it basically gives you, it's a copyright infringement because it copied your creation, trademark infringement, defamation, counterfeit, or other legal issue. So if I was to click on it, was it copyright infringement, say that someone copied my content. So we'll click there, and then you click report, and it'll open up a completely different notification looks like. So basically when the page opens, it gives you all these things that you can fill out. Again, it asks, is it inappropriate or nudity? Is it a video where you appear without your permission? Like for instance, if somebody was filming and you happen to be out like at the mall or something and you were in their video and they didn't ask for your consent. Abuse or harassment, privacy policy, trademark infringement. So when you click copyright infringement, it'll ask you, it says copyright infringement, who is affected? I am. If you have a company, organization, or a client, or another copyright owner. So you follow all these directions. And here in the URL, you would basically add the URL from the video that is affecting you. You would also select from the drop-down list what is being used. So for instance, my YouTube video was re-uploaded by another user. And then it'll give you you have to post your original link, and then it'll ask you how long the content appears in your video. So is it the whole video, a portion of it, and then you have to do the timestamps. And if it has a custom thumbnail, you can actually include more than one video. And then you have to fill out the directions, which basically ask for your legal name or YouTube username, your authority to make the complaint, again, which I guess would be your name, any secondary email addresses you'd like to add, your full name, your address, and your phone number. And then you have to click these little check boxes that basically say, I have in good faith belief that the material that you're complaining about is not authorized by the copyright owner, which would be you or an agency or a client. And then it just says your notification occurred. And then it says under perjury that you can get in trouble if you're lying, basically. And then that you acknowledge that you are under one of the legal acts, that you can't misrepresent, saying that you're filing the complaint and it may not be valid. And then again, at the end, you just basically type in your name and click I am not a robot and submit your form. So that's basically what you can do. And I will be right back. So I hope this information was helpful, and at least everyone now knows that you do have a right to ask that your content be removed on either YouTube, from YouTube channels that were using your content without authorization, or if you had a case like mine, where your video or other content is being used on a completely different website unrelated to what you were sharing it for. So I hope everybody has a good day, and I'll see you next time. Bye.